Hello, everybody, and welcome. Yeah, hello and welcome, one and all, to the first deck show, guys. I have done in a very, very long time, probably about 5 or 6 weeks. What you'll know is this is actually technically an update rather than a whole new fresh deck. You see, what I've done is, you might remember, some older fans, that about a year ago or so, because I don't produce videos that often, I did a Hazy Flame deck showcase. But now we're back with a far superior build, which doesn't involve Griffin this time. There is no Griffin, there is no worry. So yeah, there's essentially more focus. There's less focus on having to utilize Pillar as opposed to other things. So it's not going to crash and burn. But there's actually a small amount of monsters in the deck than before, which means you are relying more on your specialing from grave than you are from field, and you're trying to mill stuff and then get stuff back, as opposed to, just hoping to draw something, which is kind of a bit stupid when you originally think about it. So starting off, we've got two Cerberus, as sort of like again, they've searched stuff from deck to hand, which isn't essentially as important now as it was before. Through Hydra. Hydra is pretty much essential in getting as many materials as possible onto Hydra onto Basiltrus in one turn, which is the intention for this deck, to get out Basiltrus as powerful as possible rather than trying to power it up, like over turns. Two Hippogriff is really just there to make the deck a bit thicker with the level 6s. I hope that eventually they'll bring out more Hazy Flames. I think I said this before, because they really need more than just Hippogriff. But Hippogriff also has 200 defense, which means it can be searched by other means. We also got 2 Manticore, mainly because he's one of the more powerful monsters, and he can pretty much protect himself even if you're putting Dark Holes. Then obviously 2 Periton, as Periton's part of your combo, and the triple Sphinx, because Sphinx is like the main combo power. Also got 2 Manticore of Darkness, because Manticore could pretty much plus off any of these to bring himself back. So if you really if say for example you can't use, I don't know, if you've used up your Sphinx the turn and you just want to get Manticore out, or or for example you've dropped Manticore by an effect or something, and you just want to get it out of grave, you could send, for example, Cerberus and then bring it back something like Fire Dog. There's a way of doing things. And Fire Dog is literally the kind of hope to get one of these back from grave. Because, his hope to get some of these out of the deck. Because, considering the fact that you could special summon that, which has 2-3 attack, and considering it only has 200 defense, that is a major part of your combo. Plus, you could do a search for another search, effectively. We're running triple pillar still, because triple pillar is still kind of needed. I might drop it down to 2 though. We've got double Hazy Glory, because you only have them in there as like the search card. We have 2 Massolium with the Emperor in case we get desperate. Double Circle of Vikings, because we could just swap one out for another, and then later on put Sphinx, and then say for example swap that out for Sphinx, then bring it back using Sphinx's effect, if it works. Rekindling, because, well, if you have all of those in grave, for example, you could literally break out a 1-turn 5 material Basiltrus no issue, which is pretty damn powerful. If that's like your last resort, yeah, your opponent's gonna die moment. Foolish Burial to drop, you could drop that. Well, I don't think you can, because it doesn't have destroy, but you could drop your Manticores, you could drop your use Hydras, your Griffs, anything really. And obviously double Mirror Force, because this deck doesn't, although it can't be targeted by card effects, they really don't do very well battle-wise. Double MST, because triple is a bit cloggy at times, because sometimes you don't need it. Double Dark Ride, because, well, it's sometimes better to negate something than just outright destroy it. And 2 Core Holders, I would think about a third in, but Soul Charge is probably more useful, because you do need to get them out en masse. And obviously you got double Escalation Monarch. Similar reason for the rest of these cards. It's just to try and get the monsters out. And finally 2, technically they're monsters, because technically the monster is the first Monarch, which works really well for this deck, because obviously they're level 6s, and you can literally discard the card and change its attribute. Of course, the second part of it doesn't really matter. because it says although you cannot special monsters except monsters with this card's attribute. If you just change it to fire, you're gonna want to go into Basiltrus anyway, so it's not really problematic. As long as you know what you're gonna go into, you can just play off it. Side deck so far is just Soul Charge, because I'm not entirely sure if I need another card like Escalation. I think Escalation is faster, so it's probably better. Well, it's probably a bit more annoying than Soul Charge. Obviously, extra deck is triple Basiltrus. This weird thing called Fairy Knight in Guna. Weird thing? Yeah, weird thing. It's actually quite cheap, so that's good. Gauntlet Launcher, because I discovered it recently. Well, I think I had it in my previous book, but it's still pretty good. Double Photon Strike Bouncer, because you want to be able to negate stuff, because Basiltrus does not do that. Then you've also Solder, mainly because the only reason you do that is because of Hydra, and he is relatively good to stop your opponent's plays. And then finally Constellar Patellum M7, because you can bring him out, and plus the fact being able to return stuff from the hand to the hand rather than banishing it can also be useful, and sometimes more useful than Basiltrus. So it all depends on the situation. Plus the fact it's a bit more powerful attack-wise than most of your stuff at base level. Anyway, guys, this has been a Hazy Flame deck trick. I hope you guys enjoyed. I genuinely hope you think it's better than the other one. In case otherwise, what's the point of making an updated version? Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe if you like this video. Don't forget to check back for more videos in the future. It's SketHX signing off. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.